Bill Knocker by Sam Fitton. Bill Knocker was a hasty man with very little speed. He knocked along uneasily, for he was knock-a-kneed. His legs refused, as was their bent, to walk in windy weather. They couldn't get along, although they always rubbed together. These legs will lag behind, he said, in spite of my advances. They're only poor, and yet they're not, in straitened circumstances. I'd like a decent brand of legs. Why did I get this branding? I understand a leg that's straight, though warped my understanding. I'm tired of walking crooked ways, bad luck's my daily shocker. Too oft it knocks upon the door of knock-kneed Mr. Knocker. In this hard world I can't keep straight, me means are getting smaller. If I were straight, I'm sure I'd be a good 6 inches taller. A knock-kneed man gets knocked about when weather's wild and breezy. By fate I've had an easy knock, that was a knock uneasy. He couldn't ride a bicycle, he couldn't be a bobby, and so he learned to ride a horse, but only for a hobby. They tied his feet beneath the horse, a thing they didn't alter, and then he galloped off until he reached a pool of water. Poor Knocker tried to keep his seat, but found it rather boresome. Like man and wife his feet were tied, and he could not divorce 'em. The horse bent down to take a drink, nor thought of trouble brewing. They tied him up for safety, but, alas, 'twas his undoing. That horse had such a hefty thirst it nearly drank an ocean, and soon there came a heavy swell on where it kept its lotion. Poor Bill began to feel the strain, he trembled like a jelly. His poor legs had to bow to fate, and that fat horse's belly. It straightened out his knacky knees, until he mumbled sadly, "My legs that lately stood at X are owing very badly." I've often met teetotal folks, both sparrow-legged and crow-legged, but who would think that drinking hard would drive a fellow bow-legged? That horse had swelled and swelled until its belly got so big through the Knocker's legs assumed a bow that one could drive a pig through. "Alas, alas, my knacky knees," cried Knocker broken-hearted. "Together they have rubbed for years, and now, through drink, they're parted."